While this may seem like it would limit their ability to successfully harvest crops, they have been rather successful using their antique techniques. Rather than using modern mechanical equipment to plow fields and sow seeds, the Amish use devices like horse-drawn yokes. Amish farms are also smaller than most other modern farms. Whereas the average farm is around over 400 acres, the typical Amish farm is only around 40 acres. This allows the farmers to utilize their techniques to the fullest effect. What do the Amish grow? The Amish raise a...
So think about living in a world where food from one harvest can last for many years. For the Amish, this is a true part of their lifestyle. They have developed amazing methods for storing and preserving food, allowing them to keep potatoes fresh for as long as 20 years, all without modern refrigeration.
How to store potatoes. Potatoes can be stored for 7 to 8 months after harvest if stored correctly, but potatoes will last 10 to 12 months if you freeze them.
This incredible talent comes from a strong connection to nature, careful planning, and the wisdom of traditions passed down through time. It's a simple way of life, but it works incredibly well.
I feel responsible and I want to help them out, but I don't know how.
A little longer than what I expected.
Yeah. What are you up to today?
I'll be hauling some hay in for the neighbor.
In today's video, we will show you how the Amish manage this impressive feat of preservation. We will look at the kinds of potatoes they choose and how they keep them stored underground. You'll discover how they ensure this important crop lasts long and continues to provide food security for the future. Stay tuned as we break down these amazing yet easy methods that you could even try out at home. If you enjoy these insights as much as we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. The Amish have a special relationship with their land, using what they grow to meet most of their daily needs. Potatoes play a vital role in their diet because they are packed with nutrients, filling, and can be used in many different recipes.
Well, good morning, everyone. Today's video is going to share with you my mom's Amish scallop potato recipe. It's really simple, it's really easy. I'm also going to share with you.
But there's an even deeper significance to these root vegetables. They are tough and easy to grow, providing a steady food source even in challenging conditions. For the Amish, growing potatoes is not just about seasonal food. It's about cultivating a dependable resource that can support them through numerous seasons.
Make sure you lock the doors.
Unlike families today who might head to the grocery store every week, the Amish approach food preservation with an eye toward long-term survival. Their food supply needs to last through harsh winters and various challenges, so they spend a great deal of time learning how to store their potatoes effectively. Without the help of electric devices, their methods are straightforward and efficient. This commitment to food security helps explain why the Amish have developed and perfected their potato preservation techniques over many years, securing their sustenance for the future.
Stored here, and so these two foods alone could feed our family for several months, really.
The Amish know that not all potatoes are created equal when it comes to long-term storage. Over the years, they have discovered which types can withstand the test of time. They commonly opt for thicker-skinned varieties like russets and Yukon Golds, as these tend to be more resistant to sprouting and decay. While thin-skinned potatoes are undeniably tasty, they simply lack the durability needed for extended storage. During the harvest season, the Amish meticulously sort through the potatoes to find the best candidates for preservation. Each potato is assessed, and any that show signs of cuts, bruises, or irregular shapes are either used quickly or removed from storage.
Let's see what they got here. Oh my word! That's one.
This careful selection process ensures that only the healthiest and most resilient potatoes are kept for the long haul, significantly increasing their chances of lasting for many years. This thoughtful approach to variety selection and quality control is essential for preserving potatoes for as long as 2 decades. One very significant method that the Amish community uses to keep their food fresh is the root cellar, which is a unique storage area dug deep into the ground.
And the next step will be the treads. The next step, get it? You see what I did there? We'll put the treads on and then I'll be able to go.
This fascinating space maintains a steady and cool temperature throughout the entire year, which is essential for preventing potatoes from going bad. The Amish typically construct these root cellars beneath their homes or barns, taking advantage of the Earth's natural insulation properties. Inside this underground haven, potatoes are stored at a cool range of about 35 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is perfect for keeping them fresh over long periods. In addition to temperature control, root cellars provide an essential feature. They possess natural humidity. Potatoes thrive best in an environment with the right amount of moisture. They must not dry out, yet too much humidity can lead to rotting.
That is not good for long-term storage. See how it has cuts all over it?
In the root cellar, potatoes can breathe easily, shielded from abrupt temperature shifts, which greatly lowers the chance of sprouting. For the Amish, the root cellar functions like a natural refrigerator, ensuring their food supply stays preserved without depending on any electricity. Long time before potatoes find their place in the root cellar, they must go through a very important process called curing. This practice is essential because it makes the potato skins stronger and helps heal any small cuts or bruises they might have.
We got about 800 pounds of potatoes from 200 pounds of seed. The boys got out there with me, and we plowed it up, picked them up, and the first...
Without this curing, potatoes can easily get rotten, making them bad for long storage. The Amish people have a special way to do this. They keep the potatoes in a warm, dark, and humid space, ideally at a temperature between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 2 weeks. During this time, the skins grow thicker and make a strong protective layer that helps them stay fresh for a long time.
We'll make them turn green, and the green doesn't taste good, and also it is toxic. It's not good for you. Keep them covered up, and you don't cover them with a tarp. You don't want it getting moisture held under there. You want it to be something that...
This step requires patience, but the benefits are great. Cured potatoes can last for years without losing their quality. Once the curing process finishes, the potatoes can safely go to the root cellar, where they can stay fresh much longer. Even if this way seems simple, it is truly an important part of keeping potatoes well preserved. One significant challenge faced in the long-term storage of potatoes is the issue of sprouting. Potatoes are not just vegetables, they are living organisms that possess an instinct to grow over time.
Plant your potatoes out because the frost will kill them where they stand. Now, one of the questions I'm often...
However, for the Amish community, sprouting equates to spoilage and wasted resources, prompting them to adopt specific techniques to inhibit this natural growth. They expertly store their potatoes in complete darkness, ensuring they are kept at an optimum cool temperature. This method drastically reduces the likelihood of sprouting. Moreover, they exercise caution by avoiding the storage of potatoes near onions or other produce that might hasten the sprouting process. In some scenarios, they incorporate dried herbs such as rosemary or sage into their storage areas, as it is believed these herbs can naturally deter sprouting.
And I'm often asked questions based around sprouting or chitting potatoes. So in this
Through these straightforward yet effective strategies, the Amish are able to significantly delay the sprouting process, thus preserving the freshness of their potatoes and ensuring they remain ready for use long after the harvest season has ended. The Amish community demonstrates deep understanding about keeping humidity in check, which is very important for keeping potatoes fresh over a long time. When there is not enough moisture, potatoes can dry out and their quality suffers, but if there is too much moisture, they begin to rot. To create the perfect surroundings for storing their potatoes, they cleverly use root cellars dug into the ground. These cellars make the most of the natural moisture found in the earth, creating a humid space that helps keep the potatoes firm. This prevents them from becoming too wet, which can cause mold and rot.
Get a nail on it. 33. What is that?
In addition to this, they use materials like sand or sawdust to further protect their potatoes from changes in humidity. These natural materials act like sponges, soaking up any extra moisture around the potatoes. Finding this balance of moisture is crucial for keeping potatoes in the best condition and protecting them from spoiling for many years.
In the presence of clay, it's going to be slightly alkaline. Now, how alkaline really depends on the concentration of clay, but the slipperier that soil is.
This simple yet smart way of controlling moisture not only helps preserve their harvest, but also ensures a stable space for storage that can last a long time. Fresh potatoes have a wonderful ability to last for many years if we keep them the right way. However, some Amish families go beyond just storing them. They dry or powder the potatoes, transforming them into something even better.
Okay, see those lines on the side there? It's always on the left side. There's a small line.
I don't know if you can see those.
By drying, they make a product that is very stable and doesn't spoil easily. These dried potatoes can be stored in jars or bags and stay fresh for decades. When we want to use them, it's simple just to add water to bring them back to life. And we can cook them just like the fresh ones. Another amazing choice is potato flour. It takes less space and can also be stored for many years. It's perfect for baking delicious treats and can also help thicken different kinds of dishes. This variety and preservation ensures that Amish families always have a backup, showcasing their strong commitment to food security. Their methods of food preservation are not only practical but also truly impressive.
One question that I have been asked numerous times is, why do you make these videos? The Amish way of life is changing rapidly. Amish society today looks much different than it did even just a decade ago. Less than 1/3 of today's...
Despite their careful efforts, the Amish community understands that no method of preservation is entirely foolproof. To safeguard their precious supply of potatoes, they make it a routine to examine them regularly. Any potato that begins to sprout, soften, or show discoloration is promptly removed, preventing decay from spreading to the healthier ones. This diligent monitoring is essential to their preservation practices. By catching spoilage early, they ensure their potatoes remain in peak condition, allowing them to enjoy their harvested bounty for many years. This steady habit not only prolongs the lifespan of their crop, but also provides a comforting sense of security, knowing they can rely on their hard-earned food supply to be safe and consistent. The remarkable skill of the Amish in storing potatoes for up to 20 years, without the need for refrigeration, demonstrates their deep understanding of nature and their firm dedication to living independently.
You're using to dig them. Now, I'm totally guilty of this. Every single time that I dig potatoes, I slice one in half.
By wisely choosing the right potatoes, carefully curing them, using root cellars, and diligently monitoring the conditions, they have established a method that ensures a reliable food supply. Their approach does not rely on sophisticated technology. Instead, it is built on age-old wisdom and straightforward techniques that anyone can learn. If you find yourself inspired by these methods of the Amish, why not experiment with some of them in your own household? Their practices can provide valuable lessons on how to achieve self-sufficiency and embrace sustainability. Thank you for joining us, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe to receive more valuable insights on living sustainably.